Good evening, everyone. My apologies for the systems, technology be acting up sometimes. So good evening. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. When you're coming in, how about go ahead and tag somebody? Go ahead and share. If they don't come on, get to come on right now. They can come on after the fact. It's okay. It's Wisdom Wednesday, y'all. It's Wisdom Wednesday. It's Wisdom Wednesday. I'm gonna wait for a little bit. I promise you, I will not be before you long on today. It's been a long day, long evening. I've been up since about 4:30. Got my motivation stuff in. Got my day started. Got my prayer started on this morning. Off to a good start. Did some traveling across the state today to do some things for work. And your girl tired. So many ways. Listen, no matter what, it's been better than good. Do you hear me? I don't care what you may be going through. Do you understand? I don't care what it looks like. So many ways he's made. So many times he's delivered us. So many times he's healed us. So many doors he's opened. Y'all, listen, I'm trying to stay down a little bit, but let me tell you something. We all need to be encouraged. It's a lot going on in the world on today, but I want you to remember, no matter what, even in what you may be going through, he's been better than good. So many doors have been open for you. Listen, even when you got some no's, the yeses that you deserve came about. Not in your timing, but in his timing. Do you understand? Some of you been getting jobs. I've been getting calls today regarding some prayers that I've prayed for individuals. And just to hear the quick turnaround testimony. He's been better than good. When situations are coming, when it looks like there's no other way, when your back may be against the wall, let me tell you something. He still ends up being better than good. Where we can say, ain't nobody else do it. Not my mama, not my sister, not my daddy, not my grandmama, but God did it. Do you hear me? I am here to tell you on tonight, and this ain't even what I was coming to say, but I feel in my spirit there's been a lot of things that have been going on. A lot of people been reaching out, individual prayers that I have had to do. But one thing about it, let your faith, even with what you may be going through in this temporary moment, let your faith supersede what you may be going through. Do you understand? I don't care what's going on. Many of us have been going through some things, but you know what? You wouldn't know what I've been going through because guess what? My faith is on 1,000. Do you hear? I don't let my circumstance overtake me. You understand? No matter what, people gonna talk, people gonna lie, situations gonna come, health situations gonna come up. You may be going on through stuff in your personal life. Your kids may be acting crazy, your husband, significant other, whatever the case may be. But when I tell you, not just because it's a cliche, not just because it's something good to say, not just because I want to sound good and look a little bit all right, but I'm telling you from what I know. Do you understand? I'm telling you from testimony. I'm telling you from I've seen the evidence. I'm telling you because I've seen for myself that God has turned situations that look dead back into life. Do you understand? He's healed people that I know. He's changed some situations around. He saved my son. He saved my life. He brought my daughter through some things. When I can testify. I don't need to be prepped. I don't need nobody I don't need nobody. Let me turn this stuff off because I done got all hyped up and stuff. Because when you think about the goodness of, when I think about the goodness of God, no matter, or whoever you may listen, I serve God. Okay, I'm not here to tell you that whatever religion, denomination you are, what you believe in, whoever it may be, you might not believe in God. You might be an atheist, but let me tell you something. That's between you and the Lord. I don't have anything to do with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem nowadays. People trying to force religion on people when really all you got to do is be the light. And that's all I want to be. I can't say I'm not perfect at all. But one thing that I know the Lord. One thing that I know who he's called me to be. One thing that I don't chase titles. I don't chase notoriety. I don't chase clicks. I don't chase any of that. Because why? I have a mind of my own. And you can't manipulate. You can't use and abuse. You can't do none of that with me. I've never been that type of person because I know I don't fit in. You know, everybody, I'm not trying to get everybody to like me. It's okay. They ain't like Jesus. So it's fine. But what I am here to tell you is that God gonna make a way. He's done it before. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna keep doing it until you leave this earth. Do you understand? What you may be going through now is only temporary. Let them talk. Let them do the things that they're going to do. You respond like you're supposed to, because you don't want to mess up what God has for you just because you got people that's going around hating, not supporting, whatever the case may be. Do you understand? Because that's what happens. And I'm gonna make a whole nother post so one day when I got some time, because you know what, some of you are holding back on your purpose just because of who said what, and you worried about who gonna support you and who don't. Let me tell you something. People will sit here, they won't support you, they'll try to use and abuse you, be in your inbox, think they're gonna worry you and this, that, and the other, and still don't. It's okay. Or want you to share and do all this, and they don't share or like your stuff. Let me tell you something. Some of you need to stop being naive and just seek the Lord on your comings and goings, who to connect to, who not to connect to. I'm telling you, because what happens is you allow people, and listen, know the word for yourself so that you can do what God has called you to do. And so you won't be connecting to the wrong people, wasting your time and allowing people to manipulate you. And you know that God has called you to do some things and have you to do some things. They might not support you, that's fine, but you do what God has told you to do. Do you understand? God is in the season right now that you better not miss this boat. You better get on the boat to glory. You better get on this boat to your purpose. You better get on the boat for your healing and your deliverance. Do you understand me? Because if you miss it this time, you're going to drown. That's not my word for tonight, but if you miss the boat this time, you're going to drown. If you miss the boat this time, you're going to drown. You're looking for life jackets from the wrong people because they ain't going to throw you one. They want you to drown. They want you to drown. Do you understand? But I tell you one thing, you need to hearken into God's voice so that he can guide you. That ain't even a topic for tonight. For Wisdom Wednesday, for those of you that are new to Wisdom Wednesday, welcome. I'm Dr. Perkins, Coach L, Coach P. Listen, I got so many different titles, and I understand my assignment. Do you understand what I'm saying? I thank you so much for joining Wisdom Wednesday. And listen, as tired as I am, I done got hyped up. You know what I'm saying? I've been tired since I came home, but I done been hyped up. I done had a coaching session for this evening that hyped me up. I done got a phone call for someone that I that prayed for this week. Listen, when I tell you, I love to see people win. There ain't no fake look bone about me, but I'm all the way real. Do you understand? I am real. I don't have time to try to beat around the bush, to try to be fake, because guess what? I don't want you to be fake, but I know there's some fake people, but I'm not fake. I want to see people win. That's all I want. I want to see people win and not to be blinded like some people are. You understand? So Wisdom Wednesdays, I just come by just to give a few words of encouragement that may bring transformation to you. I do have one-on-one coaching sessions. I have group sessions. I do motivational speaking. I do events. I do quite a lot of things, and then I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But Wisdom Wednesdays are just part of my Renovating Lives ministries. Some of the things one of the things I do within that ministry. And so if you're new, welcome. If you're one of the ones that come back and watch every week, I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your donations. I do a few events during the year, so every donation that you send to me, I put it towards the events or some things that I may do in the community when it comes to people, because Renovating Lives is a nonprofit organization. And so I just appreciate you and I thank you. As I said, I won't be before you long, but this is what I want to talk about on tonight. The other stuff was just a little preview. You understand? Y'all understand. Y'all know how I get sometimes. Sometimes I get a little bit excited because I'm real now. I'm raw. I don't try to fake nothing. I don't try to be somebody I'm not. All I can do is be me. I have a different personality. And you get what you get. You understand what I'm saying? And but I want to talk to you about, listen, nothing changes unless you change unless your thoughts do. Nothing changes for you unless your thoughts do. You know, familiar scripture, so as a man thinketh, so is he. We understand that. You know, when I was growing up, it was not taught like what literally the message says. It's not what people think about you is what you are. It's what you think about yourself. It is, if you think you're a failure, you're going to be. It's if you think you're not a winner, you're going to be. It's if you think you're not going to be healed, that's going to happen. If you think you're not going to be delivered, that's what it's going to be. If you think that you have a poverty mindset and you're going to remain in poverty, that is exactly what it's going to be. Whatsoever a man thinketh, so is he. And I challenge you on this evening. I challenge you on the days forward that you think those things as though you will want them to be. You understand? You may not see your bank account being full right now, but listen, speak those things. Think those things. Put different things in the atmosphere. So when you see, so whatever you, and I've been saying this, speak. Listen, say what you want, speak what you want until you see it. Speak what you want to see until you see what you said. Speak what you want to see until you see what you said. Speak what the word says until you see it manifest. Do you understand? Nothing changes unless your thoughts do. Your thoughts oftentimes are aligned with your words that you speak out of your mouth. And until your thoughts change, nothing else change. Until your thoughts change, nothing else changes. Because guess what? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So what happens is we got everything that's heart matters. Heart matters become mind matters. Mind matters become things that we begin to speak out of our mouth. And let me tell you, you got to change the trajectory of your thoughts in order for you to see and be what God says that you were supposed to be and have what we're supposed to have. And this plain and simple. I just wanted to come by this tonight to tell you, listen, whatever that you've been thinking that's contrary to what the word of God says, contrary to you being a winner, contrary to you being healed, contrary to you being financially and debt free, contrary to you being, let me tell you something, the lender, not the borrower, contrary to your children being saved and healed, contrary, anything that you have been thinking that's been contrary to what the word says for your life, you need to check. It starts with your thought first. And you need to begin speaking those things as though they were, as though they are supposed to be, and watch the things change in your life. Life circumstances are going to come. Life, as I've said for the past year and some change. Life gonna life. It's not gonna change. It's not going to change. We all have life situations that's going to come up. But let me tell you something. Nothing changes about your situation unless your thoughts do. Crying ain't going to change it. feeling like a victim, acting like a victim ain't going to change it. Do you understand? Buying your way through ain't going, I don't care how much money you have. It's not going to change it. So I declare and decree that mindsets change after tonight. That you start speaking those things that God has already purposed for your life. No matter what the situation is, if it looks dead, you're going to speak life. You understand? You're going to speak that he's going to overturn a situation that looks like that you were not a winner. You're not going to be a victim. You're going to be a victor. Do you understand? You got to change those things. Change them up here first so that you can speak them out of your mouth. Nothing changes unless your thoughts do. 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 Why are you repeating it? Because sometimes you got to keep reminding yourself. You got to keep reminding individuals. You got to keep reminding and speaking and putting those things out in the atmosphere. Because when defeat looks one way, you got to turn and say, no, I am victorious, not in some things, but in all things. Because that's what the word says. And you got to believe what you say. Don't just say stuff because it sounds good. Believe what you say. Believe what you say. Believe what you say. Don't worry about the attacks where the enemies are trying to do. People lying on you, sending this and doing these things, talking behind your back, backstabbing you, whatever the case. But don't you worry about those things. You understand? Thank the Lord that although it don't feel good, although the pain that it hurts in my body, although, however, I'm crying, I'm not comfortable, I lost a loved one, my bank account's looking funny, whatever the case may be, thank God for the overturning of what he's about to do in your life. Stop always thinking it's good to touch and agree. It's good to have the intercessors, but you got to believe for yourself first. I can't believe for you more than you can. Do you understand? I can't do it. You got to do it yourself. You got to speak yourself. You understand? That's what I came by you on this evening to tell you. Nothing changes unless your thoughts do. So listen, don't talk about it, be about it. Change your thought pattern. Change what you said out of your mouth. Listen, stop harboring all of these things that make you look defeated. I don't care what is going on in the world because you're not defeated. God is going to still do what he said he was going to do. He's going to turn things around for you. Do you understand? He's going to give you those resources that you need. He's going to shut the mouth of the enemy. He's not going to allow you to fall and be harmed by these snakes and scorpions that's trying to overtake you. He will not allow you to lose your mind. He's going to, I promise you, he's going to give you a promotion that he said you was going to get. But let me tell you something. You have to believe. You have to change your thoughts. Your child will be saved. He will come back. She will come back. Your husband, your wife, whatever the case may be, if God, the Bible said, well, God has joined together. If God has joined you together, then you expect if it's in his will for reconciliation. If he hasn't, and he don't want that in his will, bye-bye. And leave it at that. Some of you stop chasing these closed doors. Stop chasing people who God said is not for you. Change your thought so you can move to your destiny. Love y'all. I hope I've said something on this evening that has really ignited in your spirit and causing you to be like, you know what? What I've been doing, let me get up. I had the game messed up for a little bit so that you can move forward in your purpose. I love you. And until next time, I'll see you, Lord's willing, next week. Also, let me say this because I'm about to cap off my class. I had a small number that I was already going to allow to register. The Lord kept speaking a number. I actually said myself for one number, but God today kept telling me this other specific number after I made a post. And so I have a class that I will be hosting, facilitating. It's a 3-week class, and it starts on Monday next week. If you want to register, to go ahead and register. Why? Because yeah, what I thought I was gonna allow is that God has laid on my heart for something different, and so I have a raffle for an individual whom I was sponsored. I was blessed. It was a blessing for one of my dear friends, prophetess Valerie Harris, mighty woman of God. She sponsored someone, so I'm gonna raffle that off tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna do one more thing. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not too sold on that. But I'm gonna cap it off already. It's not gonna be what I was gonna continue to allow, but I'm excited. I am excited. I am excited. Um to continue to do the things that God has had for me to do. I can't tell you about how nobody else journey, what their purpose is. I just know my own. So I'm excited. I bless God and thank God for allowing me to do and to be and to become all that He has called me to be. But I appreciate all of you who have supported me all of these years, and I look forward to the many other things that I will have what I will be doing and your support. God bless you and see you next time.